because my mommy and daddy will die. Please help me.
I've discovered the unbelievable. Across the world, desperate parents searching for help are being deceived by a global network of scammers.
Papa!
They create fundraising campaigns for children with cancer.
They were always looking for beautiful children with white skin. The child had to be 3 to 9 years old without hair.
They make children cry. Beg for their lives.
Please save my life.
And shave their heads.
Щоб повністю лиса було.
At least 9 families from all over the world never received the millions of dollars raised in their children's names.
Знавати, що люди дійсно можуть так заробляти. На такій біді, скажімо, на такій біді, коли...
Children have died, unable to afford life-saving treatment.
Ang nakibaw pa lang ko sa kanang-kana din nga parta nga amang na-raise. Ang nasa kong pan is kanang dapat susigaw si Khalil until now.
BBC Eye Investigations exposes the organizations presenting themselves as charities and exploiting children with cancer. I first discovered these fundraising campaigns in October 2023 when an advert on YouTube pops up.
I don't want to die. My treatments cost a lot of money. Please help me get well.
It was just so moving, so I did feel like at least I wanted to know what had happened to her.
The video links to a fundraising campaign for a little girl called Alexandra. It appears to have raised more than $500,000. Then, I see another video of a child. Then more videos, all linked to crowdfunding campaigns. The children are from all over the world. Yet all the campaigns look the same. Something about them just doesn't seem right to me. Several organizations appear to be behind these campaigns. They're all registered in Israel. The most active one is called Chance Letikva, which in English means chance for hope. It's also registered in the United States. One of their campaigns is for a little boy called Hector. The campaign says that he's 5 years old, has cancer, and is fighting for his life. Hector's campaign appears to have raised nearly $1 million. I find a thread on social media that claims it might be a scam. I use it to track down his family to Mexico.
Hola, Hector!
Turns out Hector is real, does have cancer, and does need treatment.
Has he had a good day?
Yeah. Y todavía tengo más ahí en mis cajas.
That's a cool car.
Hector's family tell me they were approached by someone to make this crowdfunding video for him. But they only received $2,000 on the day of filming, not enough to pay for the bone marrow transplant he desperately needed. I arranged to meet him, but in December 2024, Hector's mother tells me that he has died. Yet, after his death, his campaign is still up and accepting donations. Almost $1 million has been raised, but Hector's family were only given $2,000. Where's the rest of the money? I want to know whether other families and donors are also being exploited. But there are so many children and no details on where they are. Jack and Ned are part of the team. They are experts in open source investigations. They look for clues in pictures, public records, and web archives.
Finding a family to speak to is quite difficult because they don't give a lot of details in the fundraising campaign. Like, they don't put names of the parents, there are no contact details, no social media.
Yeah, so if we have a dig around, maybe we'll be able to find some little clue somewhere.
I've seen campaigns for this girl, Viktoriia.
It appears to be run by the same organization as Hector's, Chance for Hope, which is the English translation of Chance Letikva. Viktoriia's campaign is also on a website for another one called Walls of Hope. There are multiple Facebook pages promoting her campaign, and on one of them there's a picture of her with a woman.
I've used a facial recognition searcher on this image on the left, and it turned up the result on the right. Then we turn up this social media profile. This account has a phone number on it.
It's a Ukrainian number, and it belongs to Viktoriia's parents, who we've tracked down to Chernivtsi in the west of the country. The war is ongoing. And even here, missile and drone attacks are a threat. But for families like Viktoriia's, life has to carry on. Her parents, Olena and Ihor, call her Viktoriia. She's only 5 years old. Today, she's having stitches removed. She was diagnosed with brain cancer in 2021. She's had surgery for a third time to remove yet another tumor. It's a 30% survival rate. Thankfully, Viktoriia is still with us.
Добрий день! Добрий день! Як ви? Нічого, по-чуть-чуть. Добре.
Since she was 18 months old, Viktoriia has been in and out of hospital.
It's Lilo. Lilo and Stitch, yes. Oh, it's a Stitch, sorry.
It's been tough for her mother, Olena, who is a nurse.
Oh, how old was she in that photo?
А це зовсім маленька така,
Oh,
2 рочки. Ні, навіть рочок це вона.
Oh, she's the cutest baby.
І в одну секунду вона перестала ходити, говорити і рвати дуже сильно. Клали їй діагноз – рак головного мозку. Ми вийшли на лікаря з Києва. Він спас життя Вікусі. Ми почали ходити в садочок. Все було добре.
But a few months after her first operation, the tumor spread.
І для нас це був шок. Реально шок. Ми позичили гроші. От хто міг, тим допомагав. Це було після другої операції. Жінка зателефонувала і сказала, що вона може допомогти.
The woman told Olena her name was Tatiana. She said she worked for what she referred to as sponsors abroad, who could raise money for Viktoriia's treatment. All they needed to do was record a video. In May 2024, Tatiana organized the filming.
В той момент нам не робили маніпуляції. Ну, тобто не було що знімати, але треба було якесь відео.
The filming took place in a private clinic in Chernivtsi. A cameraman called Oleg was directing the shoot.
Вони казали, що треба постійно емоції, що їй боляче.
During the filming, Olena says Viktoriia was told that a needle would be inserted into her arm. Hearing this made her cry.
Вона плакала, що не хоче, буде боляче.
Olena says she was told not to comfort Viktoriia.
Але що дитині боляче, як це пояснювалось, щоб спонсори бачили ці сльози. Тетяна була, оператор Олег, а Олег вже казав, як стати, як зробити, як треба.
During the video shoot, Olena realized Oleg and Tetiana were working under very specific instructions from someone on the phone.
Олег точно дзвонив спонсорам. Точно, що англійською спілкувався, це 100%. Більше я не чула.
Did he ever tell you where these sponsors were or where they were from?
Так, казав, з Америки.
Or what do you think he was discussing with these sponsors?
Що він спитав спонсорів, чи достатньо цих відео і цих фото. Що спонсори йому відповіли так.
By searching their phone numbers and using facial recognition software, we find photos of who we believe are Tetiana and Oleg. Even what looks like one of them together. We discover Oleg also goes by the name Alex Cohen. Can you let me know if you recognize any of these people on the screen?
Tetiana.
So that's Tetiana in both of these photos. And that's Oleg, who took the photos and videos of you and Viktoriia.
Так.
They never contacted Olena with an update on the campaign. She only found out about it through us. How did you feel when we showed you the campaign they made of your daughter?
Перша злість. Злість, неповага, відчаяння. Я навіть не знаю, як почуття це описати. Це просто, я настільки була здивована.
There are also Facebook pages for Viktoriia's campaign in several languages. It says, Viktoriia, when hope is not enough. It has 4,000 followers. We're now looking at a post from August 16th, 2024, and in it is you and Viktoriia sitting on a bed. You're both wearing dressing gowns. The post is written as if you were saying it. I see your efforts to save my daughter, and it deeply moves us all. It's a race against time to raise the amount needed for Viktoriia's treatments. Did you write those words?
Ні. Ніколи не писала, ніколи не говорила, і я це не писала. І ці фото не виставляла. Зараз задумуюся, я на 99% тепер можу впевнено сказати, що ці люди, які знімали це, що вони задіяні.
Viktoriia's campaign appears to have raised more than 280,000 euros, which is more than $300,000. The donation options span from 40 to 5,000 euros, all specifically stating it's for Viktoriia. But Olena says they were only given $1,500 in cash on the day of filming.
Це те, що нам давав підписувати Олег. Що вони нам виділили $1,500.
The contract is from Chance Letikva. It says the family would get an additional $8,000 once the fundraising goal was met. But the field for the goal is empty.
Звісно, би нам допомогли ці гроші. Тяжко це все осознавати, що люди дійсно можуть так заробляти. От на такій біді, скажімо, на такій біді, коли
We want to check if Tetiana and Oleg are still making campaigns. So Olena offers to call Tetiana.
Тетяна, доброго дня.
We want to see how Tetiana responds when Olena tells her about Viktoriia's recent tumor.
Ну, у нас біда, у нас знову виявили пухлину в головці. Да. Я хотіла спитати, ви тоді мені казали, що можете допомогти. Ну, але тоді, пам'ятаєте, в Києві це нам дуже дорого обійшлось, і я не знаю, скільки нам ще впереді треба буде. Тому хотіла...
Як вона зараз виглядає? Волосики є? Без волосиків.
Щоб повністю лиса була? Ну, виходить, вона зараз дуже-дуже коротко стрижена. Все, вибач.
Ну, сфоткайте.
Сфотографувати і скинути вам, так? Да?
It sounds like Tetiana is still working with Oleg or Alex. So we've just called Tetiana, and the first thing she asks when Olena tells her Viktoriia's sick is, what does she look like? Is she bald? Send me a photo of her. It's just horrible. If this is a legit charity, why is that even a thing? When back at work, Olena decides to confront Oleg.
Олег, доброго дня. Це Лена, пам'ятаєте таку?
Так, звісно.
Я побачила в Фейсбуці деякі фотографії і відео своєї Вікусі. Але яким це образом, я пам'ятаю моє питання, бо я дуже не хотіла в соцмережі.
А вже ж, я сам в шоці, чесно вам скажу, вже кидайте. Я зараз буду телефонувати, виясняти.
Побачила суму, там понад 250 тисяч доларів збиралося. Я не знаю, куди ці гроші пішли, хто це збирає.
Ні, це треба розібратися. А вже ж, ні, тут взагалі навіть не йде мова, ви що?
Тобто ви не знаєте ім'я, хто це? І там написано Chance Letikva, оце, що ми підписували.
Ні, я не знаю. Якщо б я знав, якщо б там була зібрана хоча б якась сума, то ми б про це знали і одразу б до вас би зателефонували. Маю зараз підняти документи, зараз не в офісі просто. Маю, як в мене буде якась відповідь, я одразу вас набираю.
Добре, до побачення.
Дякую, давайте, па-па.
Oleg claims not to know who's responsible for Viktoriia's campaign.
Як батьки ще мають реагувати на це, коли твоя дитина, я не знаю, у кого вмирає, у кого на грані, у кого бореться за життя, а хтось заробляє на цьому гроші. Ну, це грязні, це кроваві гроші. Я рахую так.
While we wait for Oleg to get back in touch with Olena, we take a closer look at the contract between her and Chance Letikva.
I've translated the contract to English, and it's quite interesting because she told me that when she was given the contract, it was on the day of filming. She wasn't given time to read through it properly, and she had to just sign it there and then.
Chance Letikva, that's one of the charities we've seen.
Yeah, and
Run quite a few campaigns.
The address for Chance Letikva on Olena's contract was in Brooklyn, New York. We sent someone to check it out, but there was no sign of them. Just a residential building, and no one answered the door.
When you go on their website, it's very obscure.
You don't have any information about the people who are actually running it.
When you scroll down, there's a particular address in Israel.
Chance Letikva, along with the other organizations, are all registered here in Israel. The address on Chance Letikva's website is in a city called Bet Shemesh, about an hour away from Jerusalem. I'm working with a local journalist. She's asked to remain anonymous. On the way, we try calling them.
שלום ותודה שפניתם לצ'אנס לתקווה. למזכירות נא להגיש 1. לתרומות 2.
Let's try donations. הלו, שלום, הגעתי לצ'אנס לתקווה?
לא, זה טעות במספר.
When we try calling again, there's no answer.
So now we're entering the Shemesh city. So this town is very religious. Most of the population is Haredic Jews. This is the registered address in the Chance Letikva website.
This is the address?
The address, yes.
Yeah, I see number 24. That's definitely the address. Is this a residential apartment block?
Yeah, it looks like just a residential building.
I don't see any signs that say Chance Letikva.
There isn't. I'm looking in Hebrew. None of the mailboxes mention Chance Letikva. Chance Letikva.
A charity? You've not heard of it?
כל הקרוונים פה באמצע, גם קוראים לזה נרדל 24.
The neighbor tells us the porter cabins around the side of the building are also part of the same address. There's no sign of Chance Letikva here either.
הלו, מישהו נתן לך רשיס לצלם פה? מה הבעיה? מישהו נתן לך רשיס לצלם פה?
אבל זה
כמו שאני מצלם בכל הארץ.
כן.
אבל זה פרטי, מפה זה פרטי. מפה? כן, זה פרטי.
זה רחוב, חברים, זה לא מקום פרטי
אם אתם לא מרגישים פה בלאגנים, אני אגיד לך שפעם שאנחנו מדברים.
Now he threatened us. Now he said, if you don't want to be a mess, you're gonna go. Let's go back to the van. It's not private property, but they stated that it is. The charity who wants people to find it has a sign.
It is very odd that this international charity doing campaigns all over the world, like we've literally come all the way and there's nothing.
I want to speak to the Israeli Corporations Authority that supervises non-profit organizations to ask what checks they carry out on organizations like Chance Letikva, but they won't speak to me. So I've arranged to meet its former head, Eyal Globus.
So if a charity puts an address on their registration and you go there and you find out this address isn't connected to the charity, what happens then?
We don't go regularly to check whether that's the office of that NGO or charity.
Have you ever heard of cases where charities exploit families by offering to crowdfund for them and then they never give them the money?
We heard about it in several NGOs. There is a sick person and he's not getting money at all or not getting some of the money, and actually the NGO is using the money for other purposes, which is illegal. If they're taking money that they raised to a sick child to their pocket, it's like stealing money. It's really wrong.
I ask him about the exploitative organizations I've found.
Have they ever been looked into by yourself or by the current head of the Israeli Corporations Authority?
First, we need to know if there is a problem. For instance, a complaint of a family that didn't receive the money. And if we receive that complaint, one or more than it, then we investigate it, then we can use measures. The problem is that even if we shut it down, then it can open another NGO and start over again.
I receive an update about Olena from our Ukrainian producer.
Olena called me and told me that she had received a phone call from a representative of the company Letikva. He explained that 250,000 euros had been spent on the advertising the fundraising campaign. Allegedly, publishing ads is very expensive, and overall he said the campaign turned out to be unprofitable.
Olena's daughter Viktoriia is fighting for her life. They do this campaign, which ends up raising more than $300,000, which could have easily paid for her treatment. And when Olena asked the charity about the money, they said most, if not all of it, went towards advertising costs. I mean, if they are genuine and they genuinely wanted to help her family, why didn't they tell her about the campaign in the first place? And why didn't they keep her updated about the money?
According to charity experts I've consulted, advertising should not amount to more than 20% of the total raised in a campaign. I discover 2 Israeli TV programs from 2023.
שלום לכם. בטוח שגם אתם מתישהו נתקלתם בסרטונים האלה שוברי הלב.
In this Channel 11 report, they expose charities in Israel which appear to use similar methods, where more families of children with cancer say they never received the donations.
הערב, בתחקיר מרתיח במיוחד.
The organizations are ones I've come across before, but no longer appear to be active. Both TV programs point to the involvement of various people, including a marketing company called Turbo Digital. Its founder, Zlotsky, describes herself as an expert in crowdfunding campaigns.
אין לכם זמן. אחד הדברים הכי קריטיים בסרטון תרומה זה 4 שניות הראשונות. זה סוד לקמפיין מוצלח.
Shulamit is accused of directing fundraising videos of children who did not receive all the money raised. In this Channel 11 report, she's seen speaking with a mother about her ill child. Her social media is full of photos of her with sick children. She says Turbo Digital have ended their work with campaigns for children with cancer and the organizations behind them. But Hector's campaign is still listed in the active campaign section on Turbo Digital's website, nearly a year after his death.
So I found Hector's campaign page, and although the video has been taken down, there's no mention of his death. And when I tried donating, I can't believe it's gone through.
I've organised a call with a mother who wants to remain anonymous. She wants her lawyer present. She says that in 2022, Zlotsky directed the campaign video for her child who was undergoing chemotherapy for congenital illness.
Can you give me as much detail as possible on what Shuli told you to say and do on that day?
Щоб щось зробила, щоб дитині не сподобалось, і вона чи заплакала. Я не знаю, як це пояснити. Що за дикість це зараз була?
She says she later asked the organisation behind the campaign about the money raised for her child.
Так, вони казали, що це на рекламу, щоб збір більше рекламувався, щоб його бачили, але нам вони ці кошти не перекажуть.
Zlotsky says Turbo Digital only does advertising and has no access to donations, which are deposited to the association's bank accounts. I've spoken to many families who also say they were told their child's campaign failed or that the money went to advertising, despite the hundreds of thousands of dollars well-meaning donors have given, intending to save the children's lives. When investigating Hector's campaign, I noticed the domain chanceforhope.org.il, the English translation of Chance Letikva, was registered by Shulamit. It's also linked to the campaign of another young boy called Khalil.
My name is Khalil. I am 7 years old and I have cancer. I'm in a hospital and
we're trying to work out where he's from.
I want to go play like my friend.
I paused it at the scene with boys playing table tennis. Looked at it, there's a few sort of faded posters in the background. If you zoom in, I made it out to be someone Labella, and someone with this name was the mayor of Cebu in the Philippines.
What happens if you search Khalil, Cebu, and then maybe a keyword like cancer?
This news story comes up, and that's him. It leads me to a Facebook profile for who I think is the mum, but she's by a gravestone. And there's also a photo of Khalil there and the full name.
We have found Khalil's mother, Aljan. She's invited me to a memorial to commemorate a year since Khalil's passing. Later, she welcomes me to their home in a crowded neighborhood in Cebu.
Hello. Hi. We're gonna go to upstairs. This is Khalil. He always say that, I love you, Mama. Yeah, I want to hug Mama. I need to keep all his things so that I can have a memory with him.
Khalil was diagnosed with leukemia in 2022.
Ang treatment bibigay ko sa doktor is rushed chemo. Ay kanang ipakuan gyud siya dako-dako gyud siya ang kinahanglanon sa amohang pagpatambal ni Khalil kay labi na walay stock sang ospital og kanang mga tambal is kami ang mapalit ana ma-provide niya sa iyang mga laboratories pud kay need pud mi nga.
Sakit ko ya. Very good ang
nung kung paano ako nakahanap ng sponsor, nagte-text ako saan-saan.
Just like Olena, Aljan says she was contacted by a local person. His name is Roy Inchieto.
Unya, kung nahanap na gitubuhan na nagbuhok si nung Khalil, siya na nag-usab kay magsugod na taog film, nanatay script. Unya, magsugod na tag film next week, ha?
Aljan has a video of Khalil practicing the script.
I don't want to die because my mommy and daddy will sad. Please help me to save my life. I don't want to die now. Please save my life and help me.
Ang giingan gyud ni Khalil is dili gyud siya ganahan magpa-video. Ya, ako man siyang giingnan nga. Kuya, need ta magpa-video kay para sa ato aning kuan kay para makanatay kwarta nga makapakuan sa imuhang makapa-treatment ta og sakto.
Aljan tells me that on the day of filming, Roy turned up with a film crew and a foreign man who appeared to be in charge. She says they hooked Khalil up to a fake IV drip and staged a fake birthday celebration. They instructed Aljan and his sister to clap and sing.
Today is my birthday.
Nilagyan niya ng kuan. Gibutangan niya og onion ang onion liniment and something spicy or like that so that he can cry.
They put something spicy under his eyes to make him cry.
Ginawa ko na lang yun para maka-earn kami.
How do you feel watching the video back?
It hurts.
When the filming was done, Algin said she was made to sign a contract and was given $700. She says that's the only payment she received, despite being told she would get more than double that each month.
Na-disappointed ako kasi marami siyang mga promise sa akin tapos hindi naman natupad.
Algin tells me this foreign man is called Erez. The name Erez is familiar. When we looked into the organization, Walls of Hope, this name, Erez Hadari, was on a database as the director in Canada. Its website also featured Viktoriia's campaign. To check if it's the same Erez, I show Algin a photo.
Is this the person?
Yes, that is the one. That is the person who contacted me.
She has more photos of him.
Is this one of him in first class?
Dato man siya, so pwede na siya makatravel sa gasa. Makasakay na siya og kanang mga class pa.
When we run facial recognition on Erez, we find photos of him at religious community events in the Philippines, New York, and Miami. And one video from December 2022 is of him speaking at a Hanukkah celebration in Cebu.
Because a little bit of light pushes a lot of darkness away. And that's the message of Hanukkah.
This was around the same time Khalil's campaign video was filmed. In the year following its release, it appeared to have raised more than $27,000. Meanwhile, Khalil's health deteriorated. On the 22nd of December, 2023, Khalil sadly died.
It happened suddenly. Nakuha niya na huglong akong kalimutan. Believe sa ko ni Khalil kay fighter siya nga pagkabata.
When we contacted Algin, a year after his death, she did not know about Khalil's campaign. She tells me Erez went to his grave with her. Not once did he mention the campaign or the money it had raised.
Nang nakibaw pa lang ko sa kanang Canada nga kwarta ang among na-raise. Ang nasa kong kwan is kanang dapat sisigil si Khalil until now.
I'm gobsmacked. The audacity of these people to get so close to Algin and her family, knowing what they're doing. It's shocking. At least we know the kind of people we're dealing with.
For months, we've been trying to reach people from inside the network who might be able to tell us how they find children in countries where we've seen campaigns. One of them has agreed to speak anonymously, fearing repercussions. Their words are spoken by an actor.
Can you describe exactly what work you were asked to do?
They told me that if I knew children who had cancer, they explained the process to me. That I could go to oncological clinics to look for them. I talked to social workers so that they would give me permission to enter. They were always looking for beautiful children with white skin. The child had to be 3 to 9 years old. They had to know how to speak well. They had to be without hair.
Who was the person you were in contact with?
All I know is that his name is Erez. They asked me for photos to see if the child is right, and I would send it to Erez. He then sent it to the person in charge.
So Erez was talking to another person?
I heard him when a video was being recorded. Erez was talking to him about the instruction to pass on to me. The person who was talking to him was in Israel. He never gave me a name.
Did you not get a feeling that something wasn't right?
I did have my suspicions. If this video would rate, they would give me a salary, but that never happened.
So in the Philippines, Khalil's family have confirmed that his campaign, which was under Chance Letikva, was organized by Erez Hadari.
Erez Hadari, who registered Walls of Hope and who advertised Viktoriia's campaign.
Exactly. So the two charities could be working together, or he could be behind the both of them.
We need to understand if Erez could be involved in Chance Letikva campaigns on a global scale.
So where else are there Chance Letikva campaigns?
There are quite a few Chance Letikva campaigns in Central and South America.
Tengo 8 años, tengo un melomastoma en el cerebro.
I've been traveling over the last 2 days by plane and spent hours on the road to get to this remote area in northwestern Colombia. And I just can't wrap my head around how these people were able to find a child all the way here.
Yo no te voy a enviar más, no te voy a enviar nada, porque foto que yo te he mandado, nada ha hecho con eso.
Esas fotos se los envío al señor de la fundación y claro que si ellos se han hecho, así que no te preocupes, claro que sí, envíamelas, no seas así.
These are voice notes between Anna, when she was 8 years old, and the local recruiter for Chance Letikva.
Ya no tengo más que enviarte ya.
Anda, eso sí está mal. Eso sí está mal porque necesitaba más fotos.
Anna is now 10. Her mother died when she was just a baby.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Bienvenida a la comunidad. Un placer tenerla aquí.
Muchas
Este es Sergio, mi
gracias.
hermano.
She lives with her uncle Vidal, her father Sergio,
¿Cómo estás? Bien.
her siblings and cousins, and her puppy called Chocolate.
Comida para chocolate.
Yo le di a él esta mañana y ahora que no le da.
She is recovered from a brain tumor after receiving chemotherapy and surgery through Colombia's public health system.
Anita creciendo, fue una niña muy animada, así como siempre animada. Ella sí, hasta que se fue creciendo y ahí fue cuando ya todo bajó, fue cuando se le declaró a la familia lo que le dio, el tumor. Sí, ya fue que ella tuvo un bajón. Hasta las enfermeras cuando la ponían las destrozas, ellas se ponían como a llorar, a contarles, a ver la historia de ella. Bueno, entonces yo disimuladamente tampoco yo no les mostraba nada, pero yo también daba que el corazón se me quería.
Sergio took Anna to a hospital 4 hours away in the city of Cartagena. Whilst she was receiving treatment, he initially had to sleep rough.
Tratamiento muy fuerte que yo me desesperaba cuando se lo ponían, pues ella comenzaba a vomitar.
It was during this difficult time that the local Chance Letikva recruiter contacted Sergio.
Necesitaba de hablar conmigo, que era Isabela. Que si yo no quería que le padrinara a la niña, que ella quería padrinar a la niña.
Isabel organized to meet up with Sergio and Anna. She wasn't alone.
El vino que era de Israel. Me preguntó si el tratamiento era muy fuerte. Yo le dije que sí. Me prometí esa ayuda. Me dijo que no tienes trabajo, entonces yo te doy y te consigo, hacemos un video para que te doy una ayuda. Entonces todo lo llevaba pecho a pecho, entonces al momento ese yo me sentí con una esperanza.
What was his name? What did he introduce himself as to you?
Lo conocí por Eri.
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 Eri. Sí.
So do you recognize this person?
No.
This person?
Sí, ese sí.
¿Quién es?
Eri.
Erez Hadari again. We have now linked him to 2 Chance Letikva campaigns.
I'm just thinking back to when Algin pointed him out, and this was all the way in the Philippines, and now I'm all the way here in northwestern Colombia, and it feels like I'm kind of chasing this guy around the world.
Within a week of them meeting Erez, Isabel turned up again, this time with a camera crew. She took Ana and Sergio to a private clinic for filming. Ana and Sergio were given a script, telling them exactly what to say, and even when they should cry.
Te cogieron una cosa, me la echaron aquí pa que llorara. Y a papi también le echaron aquí para que llorara también. Y como me pusieron un suero falso.
How did that make you feel?
Yo me sentí mal.
After the filming, Isabel demanded more photos of Ana while she was in hospital.
Wow, there's so many messages here.
No te olvides de mandarme las fotos.
En la tarde te
Sergio didn't know how to use a mobile phone, so Isabel messaged Ana directly.
No te olvides, porque por eso el proceso ha sido lento con ustedes, porque no me han enviado fotos. Para eso se necesita fotos, videos, para que le puedan venir esas ayudas y nada que se han podido hacer.
Ana's Chance Letikva campaign went live just before Christmas 2023.
me quiero ir de aquí.
Within 4 months, it appeared to have raised nearly $250,000. Ana's dad, Sergio, says they only ever received $260 on the day of filming.
Hola Isabel, y la plata que me iban a dar.
No, nena, esa fundación desapareció, eso no funcionó. Yo no tengo ya contactos con ellos. El video tuyo nunca fue subido, no se hizo nada con eso, ¿oíste?
Just like Algin and Khalil, Olena and Viktoriia, Sergio and Ana did not know about the campaign or the money it raised. When I'm back in London, after weeks of trying, the recruiter, Isabel, finally agrees to speak to me over a video call.
Pues la información que me dieron a mí era que eran una fundación y que estaban buscando niños con cáncer. Entonces yo fui donde cada familia y les hablé, les dije lo que el Señor me dijo y hubieron muchas familias que aceptaron. Cuando ya yo tenía de pronto como 2 o 3 familias que estaban de acuerdo, el Señor vino hasta aquí, hasta Colombia, y digamos que yo fui su guía.
When I ask Isabel about Erez, she refuses to answer.
Why did you ask a young child again and again and again for photos and videos of herself instead of going through her parents or asking her guardians?
No, yo nunca le dije a un niño, mándame fotos, mándame video, no.
You're saying you never asked a child for photos and videos of themselves when they were sick?
No.
Look, Isabel, I have evidence that you have done this, and I'm just trying to understand why.
Digamos que yo era como que la guía de ellos, porque ellos aquí no conocían, yo era de pronto la que hablaba, la que buscaba, era yo porque yo era la que conocía aquí o la que conoce aquí en Cartagena. Entonces, si de pronto hice alguna cosa, no recuerdo eso, en realidad que no. Pero si fue así, fue porque ellos me lo pedían porque digamos que yo les estaba trabajando, digámoslo así, que era lo que yo...
Isabel says she was told only one of the campaigns she was involved in was published, but that it failed and lost money. I show her the campaigns were in fact uploaded and raised money. One over $700,000.
Fatal.
Now that you know the truth, what would you say to those families?
De pronto hice esto y pedirle disculpas porque en realidad se lo juro que si hubiese sabido que todo esto iba a traer tantas cosas, no hubiese sido, o sea, yo no hubiese sido capaz de esto. Son niños, o sea, niños que están enfermos.
Скажіть, будь ласка, як ви думаєте, скільки можна, наприклад, грошей отримати за таку допомогу?
Our producer in Ukraine has managed to get a hold of the recruiter, Olena, pretending she knows a sick child who needs help.
Після зйомки одразу отримається ця одноразова сума від $1000.
А як називається організація?
В США їх є декілька. Кожного разу це різна організація. Є Saint Teresa, є Little Angels.
Saint Teresa and Little Angels.
This website looks suspicious. Instead of the Little Angels, it spells the Little Angles. And when I scroll down to the bottom, there's an address and it says it's registered in Las Vegas. And when I check the local charities database, Erez Hadari's name pops up. But there it is, Erez Hadari.
I've also seen new campaigns for children in Ukraine under yet another organization called Saint Raphael. Along with Saint Teresa, it seems to be raising funds for children filmed in what looks like the same clinic in Ukraine where Viktoriia was. You can see the same distinctive wood paneling and the same uniforms. The clinic is called Angelhom, and we're told that Tetiana Haliavka, the woman who contacted Olena, is in charge of their advertising and communications. A spokesperson for Angelhom told the BBC the clinic has not issued any permissions concerning the conduct of photography or videography on the premises. The clinic has never provided treatment to children with oncological conditions. Any suggestions it is involved is entirely unsubstantiated and categorically false.
Erez, hello, how are you? Can I ask you something?
Yes.
In the Philippines, after months of trying to get a hold of Erez, Aljan finally gets him on the phone and confronts him about Khalil's campaign.
What campaign? We don't have a campaign for 3 years.
For Khalil?
No, it's not. Nothing happened.
Is it true?
Yeah.
Because I see the link of Khalil's fundraising is still running, but it's not stopped.
There's nothing there. It didn't start. They just did a contesting 2 years ago.
Have you remember the link that I sent you? That it's $27,000, right?
Yes, I explained to you that there is cost of advertising, so the company lost money.
Okay.
You understand? They lost money. I lost money too. The money that I gave you, the money that I spent on production, I lost.
Like so many other parents, Aljan is not given an apology and is told that the money went to advertising without any evidence to support that claim. Nearly 2 years after his death, Khalil's campaign is still up and accepting money. We've monitored Erez's movements around the world and addresses linked to him in Canada, but he's nowhere to be found. All we have is a phone number.
So I'm about to call Erez and I hope he picks up because I have a lot of allegations to put forward to him.
I keep trying to reach him. Eventually, Erez sends me a text.
He said, just so you know, the non-profit has never been active since it was opened. We never used it. I know that's not true.
Although he agrees to talk to me, he never picks up when I call. He then sends me this voice note.
Hi there. Wasn't able to be available. Had to go into the clinic to get some tests done, so I'll do my best tomorrow. Have a good day.
He never gets back in touch. I keep trying him. He's clearly avoiding me.
When I first came across the story, I couldn't believe that any human could do this to another, especially to children with cancer and their families during a very difficult time in their lives. With every family I spoke to, I hoped that they would prove me wrong and they would say that they've received the money.
But no one did.
Throughout this investigation, I felt like I've unraveled one of the worst things any human can do to another. But meeting the families have restored my sense of hope. They have shown me what resilience really looks like.
In Colombia, Anna is now completely cancer-free. She's returned to school and has dreams of becoming a doctor.
Hola, soy Hector, me gusta bailar.
In Mexico, it's been a year since Hector's death. His mother is still grieving and upset that Hector's campaign is still up and accepting donations.
Papa.
Papa.
In Ukraine, Viktoriia's parents have received bad news. She's been diagnosed with another brain tumor. They are determined to keep fighting for their daughter's life.
Я не знаю, яке майбутнє. Лікарі кажуть, що шансів немає, але я дуже сподіваюся, що шанси є. Мені головне, щоб вона жила. А яке майбутнє в неї буде, ким вона буде, ну мені все рівно абсолютно, взагалі абсолютно. Мені головне, щоб вона жила і була здорова.
Step into a world of secrets with BBC Podcasts.
You know people don't want you to do a story when they come at you with a gun.
For years, no one believed us. Thank goodness the BBC gave us that platform.
It is nerve-wracking going up against someone so powerful.
World of Secrets. Listen wherever you get your BBC podcasts.